Very good afternoon. In yesterday's video, we see some important basic concepts in Python. In today's video, we are going to discuss the control structures and loops in Python. So, control structures are used to control the flow of statement. There are different kinds of control statements available in Python. They are if, elif, and else blocks. Else statements are used to control the flow of statements. Python uses control structures like if, elif, and else to make decisions in your code. So, based on these control structures, we can make the decision in our code. For example, here is a one code age equal to 25. If age less than 25, we want to define the age as minor, adult, and senior citizen based on the uh, age. So for dividing the age into different kinds, we use this control statement like if, elif, and else. If age less than 18, the statement is print of minor. Elif age greater than or equal to 18 and age less than or equal to 60. The elif lab statement is print of adult, else print senior citizen. In this case, if statement first checks the first condition. If it true, it executes the if block. The cursor first checks the if block condition. If condition is true, it executes the if block statement. If condition is false, it goes to the elif block. In elif block, it also checks the condition. If condition is true, it executes the elif block statement. If elif block condition is also false, it go to the else block condition and prints the message in else block. If statement. If statement checks if a condition is true. As per I am saying, this is the check the condition is true or not. If the condition is true, the block of code under the if statement is executed. For example, if age less than 8, the given age is less than 8, it, it prints the if block statement, elif statement, shorter for else if. Elif is the shortest term for the else if. It is used to check additional conditions if the previous if or elif condition are false. If the condition in if block is false, it goes to the elif condition, and if elif condition is true, it executes the block in elif statement. Else statement executes a block of code if not. For example, in elif block, the given is greater than or equal to 18 and it's less than 60, it executes the message in elif statement. Else statements executes a block of code if none of the previous conditions are true. So, it if the conditions in if block and elif block is false, it prints the message in else block. That is the given age is not less than 18 and not less than 60. It gives a message as senior citizen. This is about conditional control structures to make a decisions. Indentation. So we must follow indentation at the time of using these conditional structures. The code blocks under if, elif, and else must be identified. So the code blocks in if, elif, and else must be indented. Typically, four spaces are a tab. Order matters. Conditions are checked in the order. So it must follow order to check the conditions. Once a condition is true, the corresponding block is executed and the rest are skipped. So if one condition is true at one at one place, it executes the corresponding block, the remaining is skipped. The remaining are skipped. Multiple elif statement. You can use as many elif statements. So there is a need to use multiple elif statement as needed to handle multiple conditions. So here we want to divide the marks and given grades for student based on their marks. The given score is 85. We want to divide this score into different grades. If score greater than or equal to 90, the grade is A grade. So we must print off grade. Here we write the print off grade A. And if score greater than or equal to 80, print off grade B. So the marks greater than 80 and less than 90 get a B grade. Here if score greater than or equal to 70, print of grade C. If score is greater than 70 and less than 80, the grade is C. Here if score greater than or equal to 60, print of grade D. If the mark greater than 60 and less than 70, the grade is D. Hence print of grade F. If marks less than 60 get a F grade. So this is about usage of multiple if statement. We can use multiple if statement in one code based on the requirement. Nested if statement. In previous classes, we see about subqueries. Writing a query inside another query is called nested query. Like this nested if statement. Writing a one if statement inside another if or elif block is called nested if statement. Here age equal to 25 is underscore student equal to true. So if is underscore student equal to true means if the given person is student, it is true. If age less than 18, print of minus. So the person's their age is less than 18. So we want to print message as minor. And if age greater than or equal to 18 and age less than or equal to 60. The person's age is greater than 18 and less than 60 if is student. If he is a student, we print your name as adult student. Else print adult. If he is not a student, here there we print adult only, not a student. If he is a student, we print adult student. Else print of senior citizen. So this is about usage of one if statement inside another if or elif blocks. Output is based on the age given here is a adult student. Now we go to the loops. The loops are used to repeatedly execute a block of code. Python supports two types of loops. Mainly, loops are used to repeatedly execute a block of code. So, for executing the block of code repeatedly, we use loops. Python supports mainly two types of loops: for loop and while loop. For loop is used to iterate over a sequence. So, for iterating a sequence, we use for loop. The sequences are like list, range, or string. While loop repeats as long as the condition is true. So it executes until the condition is meet the condition is true. If condition is fails once, it stops the execution of the loop. For I in, we can understand the for loop here by understanding one example. For I in range of 5, print of I. So we take the I values up to range 5. That means the values in I are from 0 to n minus 1. That means 0 to 4. Print of I. It prints the values from 0 to 4. Range of 5 generates a sequence of numbers from 0 to 4. Range of 5 generates a sequence of numbers from 0 to 4. The for loop iterates over this sequence. So the for loop is used to iterate over this sequence and I takes each value in the sequence. Print of I outputs the current value of I. So print of I is used to print the values from range of 5. That means the values are from 0 to 4. While loop. While loop executes the loop until the condition is true. Once the condition is failed, it stops the execution of the loop. Here we understand while loop by observing one example. Count equal to 0 while count less than 5, print of count. So count plus equal to 1, it means count equal to count plus 1. Count equal to 0 means we assign the starting value to the count as 0. While count less than 5, the loop is executed until the count less than up to 5. Print of count. Print of count is means the count, it prints the count from 0 to n minus 4. 0 to 4. Count plus equal to 1. It indicates how the count is, how the count takes intervals. That means the values, the starting value in count is 0 and it increases in one step manner from 0 next 1 next 2 like that. The loop iterates as long as count less than 5 is true. So the loop continues up to count less than 5. It means condition. Count plus 1 equal to 1 increments count by 1 in each iteration. In each iteration, the count is increases by 1 value. The output is like this. So this is about for loop and while loop. Now we can go to the break and continue. Break and continue are used based on our requirement. Break stops the loop immediately. If we use break keyword in our loop, it stops the loop immediately. We understand the break, how to work break in our program by observing one example. For I in range of 10. So that means the values are from 0 to n minus 1. But that means 0 to 9. For I equal to 5, break. Here we write the if I equal to 5, break. Print of 5. If the loop stops the execution, if it reaches to 5, stop the loop. The loop runs from the loop runs from 0 to 9. When I equal to 5, the break statement is executed and the loop stops. So output is from 0 to 4 only. If it reaches to 5, it immediately stops. So because we use if I equal to 5 break, we use this in our program. Print of I. Continue. Continue. Continue skips the rest of the current iteration and moves to the next iteration. So if we use continue in our code, it skips the number where we write continue and continues the remaining code. I understand it by observing one example. For I in range of 5, that means the I values are from 0 to n minus 1, that means 0 to 4. Here we write a condition. If I equal to 2, continue. As print of I. So if range the I value reaches to 2, it continue and print of I. It skips the value in range from 0 to 4 to it stops it skips the number 2 and continues the remaining code. Print of I. The output is like this 0, 1, 3, 4. Here the 2 is skipped. Try except block. So try except block is used for error handling. So for error handling, we use try except block. It allows you to handle exceptions gracefully without crashing the program. So without crashing the program, it allows us to handle exceptions. Try result equal to 10 by 0. Except 0 division error printf cannot divide by 0. The try block contains uh, the chances where the error rages and the except block is used to print the message when error occurs. The try block contains code that may raise an exception. Here, the try block contains the code that might raise an exception. If an exception occurs, if the exception occurs like 10 by 0, in this manner, if any exception occurs, like dividing by 0, the exception block is executed. Printf cannot divide by 0. In this case, 0 division error and the message cannot divide by 0 is printed. So if any division error occurs, it prints the message as cannot divide by 0. This is about for loop, while loop and do while loop. I hope this video helps to you to know more about control structures to make decisions and uh, loop, for loop and while loop, break keyword and continue keyword. I hope this video helps to you to know more about and learn about these loops and control structures. Thank you.